Good morning YouTube! I don't know how common a problem this is. I haven't seen many owners complaining of this on the forums, but on my car both of the door handles are sort of sticky. You pull them out to open the door and they don't return. Now it's an easy fix, it takes 10 seconds and costs nothing, but we do have to remove the door cards to sort it out. So if you're having the same problem as me, let's get these door cards off and get these handles moving again. So to remove the door cards, first thing is lever out the inlay here by just getting a screwdriver in the back and flipping it out at the back. And now, that is supposed to be held in with a fir tree fastener which goes in that hole there, but you will often find that if you don't break it taken out, someone else has already broken it for you in the past. So the first thing we're going to do is replace that, because personally I find it a little bit distracting when you're doing 120 miles an hour on the entry to Maggotts and Beckett's and the door inlay falls out. So let's do the job properly. So to replace that fir tree fastener, just peel back the leather or cloth, depending on which car you've got. From the back edge of the inlay, insert a fir tree fastener suitable for an 8mm hole in there, pull the leather back over and then just glue it back on with contact adhesive. And when you've got the door inlay out, remove that screw, countersunk screw with a Phillips head screwdriver. Then there are two screws, Phillips head screws here, just behind the door handle. And when you've got those out, there is one Phillips head screw just behind the front of the door handle, just in there. And with that out, you can remove the escutcheon for the door handle itself. So just pull the door handle back so that the escutcheon will clear it. And remove the escutcheon for the door release handle. There's just a little clip at the back there which hooks around the back of the door card, so just be careful as you're removing those. And once you've got the escutcheon off, there's one more screw which screws through the body of the handle itself. So remove that. And once you've got the escutcheon off and the screw out of the body of the handle, then you need to remove these two screws which screw these brackets, these metal brackets, to the inner door skin there and there. And then the next thing is to remove this orange insert from the door lock button. Now don't worry if you break these, they are available cheaply, they're less than £2 new, but you can with a bit of care usually get it out. If you use two small flat bladed screwdrivers and lever it up with one and get the other in behind it and then just gently pry it out, you should be able to get it out without breaking it. Now obviously, having said that, this one's about to snap before your very eyes, but there you go. Well, that's that one broken. And then once you've broken that or got it off without breaking it, you can then pull the lock button off. And when you've got the lock button off, you need to remove that screw under there. Be careful you don't drop it or the washer down inside the door, and then you can remove the escutcheon for the door lock button as well. Now I had managed to get these out without breaking them in the past, but with the pressure of you watching me, obviously this one broke taken out. However, and you're going to have to believe me on this one, I was going to replace it anyway. I actually bought two new ones because the old ones are pretty scratched and pretty faded, and a nice shiny new one is about £1.50 from SJ Sports Cars, so you might want to take the precaution of buying a couple of those before you start the job. And then at the front of the door, 3 Phillips head screws. Yeah. Here and here. And on the back of the door there should be a Phillips head screw just in here, just underneath the door seal, but it was already missing on this car, so remove that if it's still there. And then peel back the carpet and there should be 7 scrivets underneath the carpet just around the edge of the door here, so if they're there, remove those. And if you damage these getting them out, or if as in this case they're not there already, then just replace them, you tight wad. There's only £4 for a pack of 10. Connect Consumables, their blister pack 36523. And I'm not going to show you putting the door cards back on. I think you can put Phillips head screws in for yourself when you know where they go. But when you do obviously go to put the door card back in, then stick the carpet back down. Don't just leave it hanging about like this. It looks tatty. Just again, Evo stick impact adhesive. And when you've got all 7 scrivets out, then the door card should come free. There you go. Okay, and the reason that this handle is sticky is twofold. Firstly, that is the spring that returns it. And just after 20 years that's becoming a little bit weak. And then the other thing is the sliders here that hold the release rod, the grease on those has just got old, and it's just very old and hard and full of general muck, so it's just sticking in the nylon runners there. So all we're going to do is pull this out of those clips, and we're going to stretch that spring a little bit so it's got a bit more preload on it, and then clean the dirty old muck and grease off here, and then just put some new grease on those sliders. And I said at the start this was a 10-second fix, so I've got a cloth with some white spirit on it. Let's see if we can do it. 3, 2, 1. Stretch the spring, get the cloth with the white spirit on, clean the grease off. Put that back in there, put the soap back in there. Perfect. And that's it, job done. So just a bit of fresh grease on the sliders. We'll see you right for the next 20 years. Put the door cards back on, and away you go. I've got a bit more work to do in here actually. We're going to replace that door seal on the outside, and this door glass is very wobbly. So we'll get on with that in the next video. See you then.